Yeah. What's happening? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's Valor, the lovers. Huh? Yeah. Nope. Bitch. No, I can't. Go get that new Valor Lava, nigga. Shout out my nigga Slang Hills, nigga. Wild Wee West. It's called. This called. I can't quit. I can't quit. I can't. Hey, hey, hey. I play my part right from the start. I'm so divine, like Noah's Ark. You want the smoke? I ain't no hope. I'm front center. I let you know. My niggas don't go. We don't back down. We keep them things and make them sound. Even if you drill. What's going on, y'all? It's your nigga IQ again, man. IQ Shaheed, man. Back with some more stories, man. Niggas, I think it's time I start giving some more of these life experiences to niggas, man. So, today, I was thinking of a crazy story. Um, it was the time that I was fired from a job, or had to. Well, I guess it either gave me nigga you can quit or you can get fired. You know what I'm saying? So I chose to quit. I was gonna quit anyway. I just wanted to see if the boss was gonna be on my side, but I had to quit. This is the time that I was fired slash had to quit due to racism. You know what I mean? So as a lot of you know, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, South Side to be exact, Uptown, Broad Rock. Um, as some of you know, I lived in Atlanta for 3.5 years when my oldest son was maybe one. His mother moved down there, and I had to go chase her down there. You know what I'm saying? So I went down there, I stayed down there. Shout out to the A too, man. The whole A from Buckhead, Bankhead, North Fulton, the whole Fulton County. Shout out all my niggas locked up in Rice Street, Gwinnett, Chamblee, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody. I can go on and on for days, but I had end up getting the job. All right, so I got down there. It was kind of hard. I said I wasn't gonna sell no more drugs and shit like that, and do no more robbing and shit, crazy shit like that. So like I'm on. I even detoxed myself for like 45 days before I moved just to make sure my piss was clean. And it was. So I went through this temp agency, Randstad. If y'all know Randstad, shout out to Randstad too. They gave me a couple good jobs, but this one was pretty good up until this point. Um, so excuse me. So I get a job at an art factory called First Artworks. It's in Forsyth County, I believe. I even walked the first day. I didn't know where it was, nigga. I ended up walking maybe 5 miles or some wild shit. Maybe 3 to 4, like at least 4 miles. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I was just that determined, that hungry. You know what I'm saying? I got my first shot. I'm like, fuck it, nigga, because the bus didn't go out there. So um, get to the job, and what the job basically was we was making picture frames for like kids art that be like if any of y'all got kids or if any of y'all remember like the art they used to be in the hallway. I made the picture frames for that. It was a big factory, and on top of it, making the picture frames, we loaded up a box truck with artwork that was sent in through schools, put them in picture frames, went to the school, put on the art show. When the parents come around, we'll sit at the table, swipe cards, take cash, whatever, pack up, leave at the end of the day. So this job was kind of like no set team type job. Like you could work with anybody any day, and yeah, a lot of permanent workers there. You had a lot of temp niggas like me, temp agency guys. Um, so any day you could work with anybody. You didn't really you didn't know for sure who you was gonna work with and shit. Um, so I worked with a lot of couple guys. Shout out my nigga from Alabama. I can't remember his name, but he was the first nigga that smoked that bubble kush with me. That was a real nigga there, a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was the first nigga I ever heard say, "Once you smoke that bubble, you in trouble." Um, yeah. So I end up working there for maybe a year. or some months, almost a year or something like that. It was like a good job, paid weekly. I was making $500 every week, every Wednesday from that one job. I ended up getting another job at Waffle House on the weekend doing door corps, making like $200. You know what I'm saying? So I was making like on the low end, I was making like $500, 400, $600 on the high. I was making 700, 800 a week. You know what I'm saying? That was good for a nigga like me. That was like cool. You know what I'm saying? At that point, where I was in my life, that was just like I was not balling, but being on my own. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of my family. So and we was staying in the in town suites. We didn't have no apartment yet. Like it's a long story. My big mom just up and moved, whatever. That was cool. Um, so I'm working a goddamn job and shit. So they end up putting me with this white motherfucker, right? And I don't mean to say it like that. You know, I love my white folks. All my white niggas know I fuck with y'all, whoever y'all is, whoever it is. But this motherfucker was a white motherfucker, man. Like he was old, he was straight. I didn't really know at the time, but he was like redneck, you know what I'm saying? But he was the type that he thought that he wasn't racist or thought that he wasn't. I don't know what he thought because although he never called me nigger to my face, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm tired like this. I'm about to go play basketball too. But he didn't call me nigga to my face, but he just said a lot of racist shit. Like we was driving one time, we was on the highway going to a school, and he was like, "Why do they wear their brims like that?" It was a dude on the highway with a fitted cap. You know, they used to rock the fitted caps back in the day. Niggas ain't been they brim up or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was like straight bill. Like, and he was just, I'm sitting over there like, hey, I look over, there's a black dude. I'm like, this nigga just said that they were like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, I'm wearing my hats like that. Like, so at that point, I kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? But didn't know the extent of what type of shit he was on. So I thought he was cool. The motherfucker used to let me drink. We would be driving down the highway. Say we got to go to drive from Georgia to Tennessee, or from Georgia to some weird part of Georgia, which would be an hour, 2 hour trip. You know where we going? Um, damn, I don't know. I'm yawning, y'all. I'm sorry. I need to go drink me some, give me some energy. Um, Yeah, so he used to let me drink. The motherfucker kept a gun on him. You know what I'm saying? He used to let me play with the guns and shit. So look at this one. We going to elementary school. This motherfucker got pistols. Like in his book bag. Like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? Are you supposed to even but I'm not no rat. I'm not gonna snitch. I was just thinking to myself, like, this nigga's crazy. So long story short, this guy ended up working with us. He was like an ex-football player. His name was Steve. I need to look him up. I can't remember who he played for, but he was the quarterback too. You could just tell. He wasn't used to really regular working. He was just like, man, yeah. When he came and worked with us, me and the guy Andy, which is the guy I was working with, the crazy motherfucker with the guns and talking shit. We had been working together for a minute before Steve came along. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to the strip club and everything together, like before the job, sometimes after the job. He wouldn't really care if I smoked weed. He wouldn't let me smoke in the truck, but I smoke outside the truck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, this nigga cool. He let me drink beer. We went to strip clubs. He even offered to buy me a fucking Mac 10 one time, a gun, the Mac 10, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Before I was a felon. You know what I'm saying? So he was cool in my book. He was a little, I wasn't using the word racist in my head at the time. I was like, this old white motherfucker. He just a straight American white dude, NRA member ass nigga, whatever. He used to drop me off at home sometime. Um, we go do this job. I can't remember what part of Georgia he was in, but we do the job, and the job is over. So it was a pretty good show. We sold a good amount of paintings. Me, him, and the ex-football player Steve. Ex-football player was like, "Man, I'm just here just to get some money. I hurt my back, and I don't can't play football anymore. And the owner is my friend." So I'm like, he was a cool dude. Steve was cool as fuck. Like only met him that one day, but maybe I worked with him a couple days. Maybe it's that one day. I can't remember. I think it might have been 1 or 2 days on that job. But he was cool. He played football, so ew, I'm tired. I don't know what's going on with me, y'all. He played football, so he was, he been around niggas before. Excuse me, black people. He been around black people before. So he was pretty cool. So at the end of the show, before the end, I'm tired as hell. You know what I'm saying? Andy, he get an attitude with me. Man, I'm kind of like not arguing yet, but we're bickering. You know what I'm saying about the speed of things, and let's hurry up and pack up and it's bullshit. I'm like, He talking to me like I'm his motherfucking little boy or something. Like, nigga, don't get it fucked up because we was cool and we did some cool shit. Like, I'm a grown ass man. I had to be like 22 at this time. This guy had to be easily 38, 39, 40 or some shit. He won't. He had a hard life. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, yeah. So let me say this. Let me say this. So the show, like it was about a show. It was a couple shows before this actual show in this event, maybe like a week before this. He had said some shit. He had said, yeah, some racist joke, man. It was something about Dave Chappelle and some show, and did he say nigga? Or he said something really like to the extent of like I was like, damn, I was taken back like. And he really getting comfortable, like, you know what I'm saying? He not calling me it, but just the way he was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, nigga, that ain't funny. So I just kind of played it off at that time. So when we started arguing at the fast forward, we got back to the show. The next week's show I was talking about with me, him, and Steve. We started arguing and shit. You know, like I said, we went from bickering to arguing. So he said some shit, man, like, come on, man, y'all just can't get right. I said, y'all. I said, look, man, it's the last motherfucking straw, nigga. Fuck you, you racist bitch. Yeah, and Steve is right there, dude. He was looking like this is like his second day on the job. He never even, you know what I'm saying? And me and Andy had never even got into it prior to this day. So just as he was taken back, the dude Steve, I was taken back like, damn, this nigga done finally made me snap on this bitch ass. Um, I said, y'all, what the fuck you mean by that shit? And Steve had told me on the side, he was like, yeah, man, you know, he heard he could tell and he heard like some of the way he was saying certain shit. He was like, bro, I got you back. If anything happened, I got you back. I started snapping on the motherfucker. You bitch ass motherfucker, racist motherfucker. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? While we loading up the truck to go home, to go back to the factory, drop the truck off, and then, you know, it was nighttime. It was like 8, 9 at night. It was one of them jobs where you drop the truck off at night. So I was like, man, motherfucker, I remember that joke you said about the Dave Chappelle shit. He started playing the what? What are you talking about? He started playing that I don't know role. Like a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Bitch ass Andy. I hope you watching this shit, you bitch ass nigga. He had a red and black pickup truck. This how you know he was a straight rebel redneck motherfucker. And a shout out to my proud, cool rednecks that's, you know what I'm saying, not fucking racist, because every redneck ain't racist. But yeah, the motherfucker, man. He had the black truck, black and red truck. The front of it was black. The hood was black. The back of the truck, it was like it was two different trucks in one, or whatever. But yeah, the motherfucker, man. So he don't even he drops me off. I don't go back to the shop with him. I'm like, man, drop me off before you go back to the motherfucking shop. On the way home, me and him still arguing in the truck. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, man. Yeah, don't think you're gonna like threaten me basically because Andy was also cool with the boss. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the CEO of the company. Um, so he telling like, yeah, man, and I bet you won't work here no more. And I'm like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, you racist. I bet you got it. I'm thinking I even got a chance in hell with this motherfucker. To even motherfucking combat my side, which I did nothing wrong. He totally did everything wrong. He was disrespectful and racist. So the other guy, Steve, the ex-football player, like, man, I got you, bro. Don't even worry, I got you. I'm like, whatever. He was also cool with the boss too. Like this dude, Steve, was like hella paid. Man, so the next morning, I get dropped off at Taco Bell and fuck you, motherfucker, slam the door. You know, we was beefing to the end of the ride. So man, the next day, nigga, I think I was supposed to go in. I call up there. I'm like, man, look, I got into it. I called to talk to the boss of the company. I said, man, I talked to him. I said, listen, sir, Mr. Such and Such, I can't remember his fucking name. I said, man, Andy, this, that, and the third, he was racist. He been this way. Da 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 da. I got Steve, the new guy, Steve is the proof. And the boss just like straight flat out like, well, look, man, either you can quit or I'm gonna fire you. But you're not working here no more. Just straight up, like never even thought to take my side. Never even really heard me out. I'm like, oh, you racist bitches. You know what I'm saying? This was in Forsyth County, Georgia. And if y'all don't know nothing about Forsyth County, Georgia, look it up. I was locked up there for like a couple weeks. And Oprah did a whole thing on it. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the most racist fucking counties in fucking America. Um, yeah, but man, this bitch ass nigga Andy got me fired from that good job. I was making $14 an hour, man. $500 a week. Nigga, I was getting paid. It was temp agency, so I was getting the money on the card. But yeah, man, I was gonna say fuck you, Andy. You a bitch ass nigga. But if y'all have ever dealt with any racism or anything like that, let me know, man. Tap in with me. Let me know if y'all want to hear more shit like this. I'm pretty sure I can touch my brain memory bank and find some shit. But man, fuck racism, man. We need to all come together. We need to bond together, man. And fuck you, Andy, because that was a good job and I enjoyed that job. But if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be this. And now look at me doing my thing where I need to be doing my thing, how I need to be doing my thing. And I just want to say salute to all the good white folk out there and all the good Chinese folk and all the different races, all the good black folk who don't judge people by their colors or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I know we do live in a world of color and we all see color, but at the end of the day, you know you're not supposed to judge nobody just purely based off that. You know what I'm saying? Stereotypes and fuck all that shit aside, you know what I'm saying? So holler at me, y'all. Let me know. Gang gang. Hey, like, subscribe, comment, all that motherfucking shit. Listen to my new songs and freestyles and shit too, you bitch ass niggas.